Today's topic is impact of Sufi music on Indian classical music. In present day, we have the Khyal singing in India, and then we have two streams of Indian music. That is, one is called as Hindusthani music or Hindusthani classical music, and the other one is Carnatic music. As we go back, we come to know that we have one type of music in India. Initially, we had the Sam Gayan, then Jati Gayan, then Prabandh Gayan, then Dhrupad Gayan, and now we have the Khyal Gayan. So we are surprised that why we have two types of music in India. One is Hindusthani music and the other one is Carnatic music. If we have the one origin, why there is difference, and that in this program I would like to explain. When say in the 12th century or say at the beginning of 12th century, some people from Persia, they came to India. We know the history. We had to go back to history and then understand something first, and then we'll come to the music aspect of it. These Persian people, they came to India, and at that time, first thing was Muhammad Ghori. He came and he conquered the part of India, and with him, one person came to India, and he is called as Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti. The first person who influenced our music is Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti. He came to India. First he arrived in Delhi, and afterwards he settled in Ajmer. And Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti, he knew much more about his music, Persian music. And then when he came to India, he started singing his music. And that music was liked by many of the people, many of the local people. Say in Ajmer, we can say. Many of the people, they liked it. And that music itself has got some potential which attracts you very much. I don't know what type of the songs or this thing he used to sing, but it could be something like this. Allahu, 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 Allahu. So, not the same song which I sang, because this is a very famous song of the present day, but this type of some song was going on there when he came to India. And that has the potential to attract the common people. So at that time, in the evening time, he used to sing, and many people used to gather and listen to that music. And that used to go on for the whole night. And there was a place specially reserved for such type of singing, and that used to be called as Khankaha. With the Dafali, they used to sing that one. And that was their a type of prayer. And this prayer belongs to the Sufi parampara or Sufi tradition. So those Sufis had a great impact on these type of singing. Then first we should know what exactly Sufi is. The word Sufi people say that it has derived from some different this thing. Suf is called as wool. In Medina, some people, those who detached from their houses and they lived all alone, and they used to wear that woolen type of, they call it chaddar, so that's suf. And then they used to sit there and look at the mosque there, and they just used to pray that Allah. So those types of people, those who are away from the house and do the prayer of Allah or God, they were called as Suf. From Suf, they were called as Sufi. Another meaning, sometimes they say that there was a retaining wall. One tree is there, and that retaining wall there, and they used to sit there, and there they used to pray. So from that word, perhaps, the Sufi word has come into existence. Or the third one is a purity. So purity of mind. When you pray the God Allah, your mind should be pure. And with pure mind, if you pray Allah, then you can get him, something like that. This is a philosophy. So those Sufi people, they used to sing. Those all Sufis, they used to sing. And Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti belongs to that particular tradition or parampara. So he came to India first time, and he started music. And that music was liked by so many people. They were mostly Hindus and other belonging to other religion, I can say. But they liked, and it is written there that when he came to India or to Ajmer, there was not a single disciple of him. But when he left India, I mean his mortal body, that time 600 people were his disciples. This was the impact of his interaction with the society, community, through music and other this thing. So this is how it started, the parampara or tradition in India. So Khwaja Muinuddin was the first one, and his disciple was called as Fariduddin, or who is called as Shakarganj. He had a very sweet voice, and people used to like to listen to his voice. So that's why he is called as Shakarganj. And then from that, another his disciple is a very well-known figure, and that is called as Nijamuddin Auliya ji. Nijamuddin Auliya, he was a great singer, philosopher, and a preacher and whatnot. And he really made the changes in our music. That's why his contribution is very high to Indian music. So Nijamuddin Auliya was a great man. He stayed in Delhi, and he used to mix up with the society. People used to like to talk to him. They used to come to him and then ask some questions, and then he used to feed them. And he was such a man that he knew the philosophy, he knew Indian traditions, culture, Indian music, and Persian music, and all these things. He's a great man. So that Nijamuddin Auliya used to organize many types of functions. In those functions, many Indian men and women used to participate. Harvest season or something like that. Many farmers, they believed in his mystic type of prayer or something like that. And then he used to give them food. The farmers used to give them the bags of grains and whatnot. So people used to gather in thousands in the festivals, and every day there used to be a big crowd. Even the king was sort of slightly afraid of this fact. What is going on? This man is there, and people, they come to him and not to me. So there is a story, one story that Jalaluddin Khilji was there that time. Then he said, why this man is so popular? Ask him to meet me. And the message was sent to Nijamuddin. And then Nijamuddin Auliya ji received that message. And he said, I have no work with the king. Why should I meet him? He said, no, this is the order of the king. You should go and meet him. That time he was in Awadh. He conquered that Awadh and then he was coming back to Delhi. And then he sent a message that before I reach Delhi, you should come and meet me. That time, Nijamuddin Auliya uttered one sentence which is very famous in the history. He said, Delhi abhi bahut dur hai. This is a sentence we use every time. Delhi abhi bahut dur hai. And it so happened that when that Jalaluddin came to Delhi, the felicitation and all this thing, and the big function was organized, and then big arch was made, and then people gathered there. And as he came near the gate or the arch fell down and he died there. That's why this sentence is very important, that Delhi abhi bahut dur hai, which is not going to happen. That is why. So people then started believing him much more. But we have no importance of this particular incident. The most important thing is he has a very great disciple, very creative disciple with him, whose name is called as Amir Khusro. Amir Khusro was his disciple. Amir Khusro, when he was young, he met Nijamuddin Auliya, and Nijamuddin Auliya said, I was waiting for you. I wanted to give you my own knowledge and whatever I have. So I was waiting for such a person, and you are that person. So Amir Khusro took many lessons in music from Nijamuddin Auliya. He knew, because he used to move in the society, so he knew Persian music as well as the then Indian music which was there. And he taught him. This is a picture painted there, and in that Nijamuddin Auliya is teaching Amir Khusro. This is. So Amir Khusro learned music from him. Amir Khusro was a great creative person. He was a great poet. He was a critic. He was a politician. He was a good friend. Something, all things. So Amir Khusro once asked him, you know the music of India and you know the music of Persia. Which is the good music, or what is the difference? Then he said in one sentence, he said, हमारे संगीत में वजद है और भारत के संगीत में वजूद है. And this has got a bigger meaning. Vajd means a type of whirling action. Means when you listen to it, then you feel like you are in the world or something. Allahu, 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 Allahu. Allahu, 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 Allahu. So you get involved, you forget your existence. So that is what is called as Vajd. When you forget your existence, and that is what happened with this our music. But then in Indian music, you think of your existence. the other way. Why I am in this world? There you don't forget, but you try to think of yourself, what for I am in this world. So there is a difference, Wajd and Wajood. And then he was surprised, and then he said, I would like to. He loved India so much, Amir Khusro, that he said, India is such a country. This is the most beautiful country in the world. That time he did not see US, perhaps. So perhaps he would have said. So he said it is the most beautiful country in the world, and he said every person understands music there. Not even person, animals and birds. He said the horse when he walks before the marriage, and he dances and in the rhythmically, and then the parrot that sings something like that. So the entire country is full of music, and he used to praise India like anything. Then he had in his mind to learn Indian music. And then he asked, where can I learn this music? Then Nijamuddin Awliya said that there is the southern part of the country where you can see this music going on, and the exact music of Indian this thing can be heard or you can learn in the southern part. And that time, in the southern part, present what is called as Maharashtra and Belgaum and all that part was the Yadavas dynasty. Raja Ramdev Rai was a king. He was a musician. He was fond of music, and every day some or the other music concert used to go on in his dynasty. So there he said that you can learn music, or you can at least listen to a pure type of music in Yadavas dynasty, and that is in Daulatabad. You have the picture? So Daulatabad, near that Daulatabad, there was a, yes. At this point, there used to be every day some or the other music used to go on. So it is said that Amir Khusro forced Alauddin Khilji to come up to that point. He said there is much wealth and so prosperity. So why should we not conquer that part and have our kingdom there? So Alauddin Khilji, from all the way from Delhi, he came to this part, and then he conquered this part. Because the music and the king was involved so much in music that he forgot that he has to look after the kingdom also. And somehow, but the one thing happened there is that the person who was a very great singer was taken away from that part to Delhi, and his name is Gopal Nayak. Gopal Nayak was a great singer, Indian singer. So he took Gopal Nayak from there. Along with him, 712 singers were taken to Delhi. Because it was the intention of Amir Khusro to take all those musicians to Delhi. So he took all of them to Delhi, and then he asked him, which music is good music? Naturally, Gopal Naik said, my music is a great music. Nobody can compare my music with any this thing. So he said, if your music is good, let me listen to it, or you prove it, how your music is good. Then somehow it was decided that all the court people were called, and there was a competition. In that competition, both of them sang. Amir Khusro sang some songs, and then Gopal Naik also sang. And this competition went on for 6 days. every day some new compositions were sung by both of them. But everything was liked by all the people. So there was a tie. Now the last day, they decided that now we will have the competition, that this man or Amir Khusro will sing Indian music, and then Gopal Naik will sing Persian music. If in this competition, one who excels, he will be treated as the winner of this competition. So Gopal Naik, in the night time, he said, this is the last day of judgment. Now I'll compose a new song and new rag. And then he composed new rag. And he said, yes, tomorrow is the day of my winning.
त्रिपुरारी गंगाधरा, त्रिपुरारी गंगाधरा, ओम नमो शंकरा शंकरा, ओम नमो शंकरा शंकरा। ओम नमो शंकरा शंकरा, त्रिपुरारी गंगाधरा, त्रिपुरारी गंगाधरा, ओम नमो शंकरा शंकरा, ओम नमो शंकरा। भस्म विभूषित गलरुण्डमाला, भस्म विभूषित गलरुण्डमाला, भस्म विभूषित गलरुण्डमाला, तकधिलान धद धुमकिट धुमकिट नृत्य सोहिता, तकधिलान धद धुमकिट धुमकिट नृत्य सोहिता। ओम नमो शंकरा शंकरा, ओम नमो शंकरा शंकरा।
So this was a new composition, not exactly this, but this rag. This type of composition he composed and he sang. And then he said, you sing now. So he asked Amir Khusro to sing. So Amir Khusro immediately started, Tum tanum tadere na, dere na, tum tanum tadere na, dere na, tum tanum tadere na, dere na, dere na ri, tanana dara, dere na ri, tanana dara, tom tanum
tadere na, dere na, tom tanum tadere na, dere na. Tananadim tana tanam tadara, tananadim tanam tadara, takadilan dada dhumakita dhumakita dhana dhana dha, tom tanum tadere na, dere na, om namo shankara, shankara, tom tanum tadere na, dere na. So Gopal Naik was surprised. He said, yesterday I composed this song or this rag, and today he is able to sing the same. And he was surprised and he accepted the defeat. He said, yes, I gladly accept my defeat that you can reproduce my music. But the fact, people say, I don't know. People say that when he was doing his practice, Amir Khusro heard it from the backside. Yeah. And yes, because this has come in one drama. In Marathi, we have one drama like Katyar Kazad Kusli. There, this theme was taken. I mean, he was just sitting at the back and then covering himself, and he heard it. And then because he wanted to do the checkmate, the final this thing. So ultimately, he sang, and Gopal Naik gladly accepted. Though this is a story, it has some meaning that they came together, and then Amir Khusro said, though I won this competition, I have a great respect for your music, and I would like to learn this music from you. So why should we not do some fusion? So this is not the time that we think of fusion in present India. You know, some fusion of Western music and Indian music is going on, even the concept of world music. But that time, they thought of doing some fusion. They said something good is in our Persian music and something good in Indian music. Why not we mix them together and have a broader aspect of Indian music? And they accepted, and from there they started doing this thing. So he taught them. Gopal Naik taught him some of the ragas, some this thing. And then Amir Khusro asked, how many ragas you have? Then he said, we have 264 ragas. Oh, then he said, 264, how to remember all those things? How do you remember? He said, no, I just practice and then I know. Then he said, but it is difficult to remember. You sing sometimes like sa re ga pa da sa ga pa ga re sa re ga pa ga da pa ga.
So once you call it as Bhupali, and next time you sing the same thing, and then you said this is Deshkar or something like that. So it was difficult for him to understand. He said, I get confused. Then he said, how to remember this thing? Then Amir Khusro suggested him that there should be some sort of system of classification. You need to have some system of classification. Unless it is there, it is difficult to remember. And Amir Khusro's contribution is that he first introduced Maqam system in Indian music. Maqam system was not there. That time we had Gram and Murchana system, which was difficult to understand. So Maqam system he introduced for the first time in Indian classical music. And then he said, in Persian music, you know, we have the dastgaha. Dasta means hand, and the placement. To create certain type of effect, they change the place of the hand on the instrument, and then they create some different type of mood from that one. So those are identified dastagahas. So those types of dastagaha are used in Persian music. From that there is a gushe and then shurs and mahurs like that. We don't go into that detail. But then that gives a different aspect, and from that particular type of classification, Amir Khusro created the greatest type of rag, which you all love that rag. He was taught rag Hindol. Saga, saga madani mada sa, sa ni da maga, maga saga madani mada sa. This is called as rag Hindol, which was our original rag. Panjaniya mori bajan lage, panjaniya mori bajan lage, roma jhuma kaise milan jaऊं, जागत सबहि लुगैया पंजनिया मोरे बाजन लागे, पंजनिया मोरे बाजन लागे, पंजनिया सागा मदनी मद सा, सादा मगा मगा सा. You get this now? So this is Rag Hindol. So when he learned that this is Rag Hindol, he said this has some mood. Can we change the mood like Dastagaha? Then he tried. What he tried, you will understand now. Saga madani mada sa, sa ni da pa ma ga. Sa sa gamadani mada sa ni da pa ma re ga ni re pa re ga re ni re da sa. So this rag Yaman, this is called rag Yaman. It's a very famous rag. This very famous rag is conceived by Amir Khusro. This has no Indian origin. We have similar type of tune in our Indian classical music, which is called as Kalyani or Mechi Kalyani, sometimes we call it. But then this particular Nirega Gare Nirega Pa Mare Gare Nida Nire Da Sa Da Nirega Mani Pare Gare Nirega Ma Pare Gare Nida Nire Sa Milan ko jiya amora chahe milan ko jiya amora chahe surat dekhat barche lage sakhe mohe kalana pare milan ko jiya amora chahe. सूरत देखत बरचे लगे सखे मोहे कलना पर मिलन को जिया मोरा चाहे मिलन को जिया मोरा चाहे कगवा जाबो संदेश दीजो कगवा जाबो संदेश दीजो बेगी बेगी आवो मोरे पियर मिलन को जिया मोरा चाहे मिलन को जिया मिलन को जिया मिलन को जिया So we teach the basic rag as Yaman. But that Yaman has the origin from Amir Khusro. Amir Khusro made this rag from Hindol. Saga madani madasa sane da pamare gare nire sa. Now that afterwards it is changed, then we take Pancham and. But otherwise, nire ga madani sa. First thing it was saga madani sa. But afterwards we started nire ga madani sa. So many times the children, they ask the question that we say that this is Sampurna Jati or something like that. And why while singing you say nire ga madani sa? Because the origin is like this. So Yaman has the origin from this Hindol. Similar to that, he made many more ragas. He was a great poet also. Extempore poet. When he had the habit to go from places to places and just see. Then once he was moving around somewhere, and then he was thirsty. And then he saw that there was one well, and near that well he went, and there were 4 girls. They were taking out the water from the well. And then he said, Jara pani pilao. And then those girls asked him, who are you? He said, I am Amir Khusro. Oh, such a funny man. Amir Khusro? Are you a mad person? He said, no, I am Amir Khusro. How come Amir Khusro can come here? No, it's not. 100% you are not Amir Khusro. He said, no, I am. Then those girls said, then prove. How are you? Then he said, how can I prove it? I have no evidence to show that I am Amir Khusro. Then those girls said, we know that he is a great poet. He said, yes, he is. He is a great poet. Then they said that you compose one poem, and then we will come to know that you are Amir Khusro. He said, oh, it's not that difficult. It is a spontaneous expression, so poetry cannot be composed like this. And then they said, no, he is an extempore poet, so you should be also. Then he said, okay, we'll try. But the condition was, those 4 girls say, we will give you 4 words. And those words should come in that poem, then only this will be a new poem. Otherwise, you will sing somebody else's. So we will give you this thing. So one girl said, yes, kheer. Kheer in UP side, this kheer is very famous. Kheer. So, pudding like, yes. Payasam, whatever it is. I mean kheer. Then other girl said chakra. Then third girl said kutta. Fourth girl said dhol. And now composed the poem. So it was very this thing. But he composed. He said, kheer pakai jatan se चक्र दिया जलाए. खीर पकाई जतन से चक्र दिया जलाए. आया कुत्ता खा गया, तू बैठी ढोल बजाए. ला पिला पानी पिला. So he was such a great poet. He used to compose many these types of poetry, and then especially poetry with two different meanings, and that has the relevance with our khayal. So I'll just try one. I cannot sing it, but then. खुसरो दरिया प्रेम का खुसरो दरिया प्रेम का उल्टी उल्टी जागी धार, जो उबरा सो डूब गया, जो डूबा सो पार। खुसरो रैन सुहाग की खुसरो रैन सुहाग की, मैं जागी पिया के संग। खुसरो रैन सुहाग की, मैं जागी पिया के संग। तन मोरा मन पिया का, जो दोनों एक ही रंग। खुसरो बाजी प्रेम की, मैं खेलूं पिया के संग। खुसरो बाजी प्रेम की, मैं खेलूं पिया के संग। जीत गई तो मैं पिया की, हारी तो पिया के संग। मैं तो पिया से नैना लगा आई रे, पिया से नैना लगा आई रे। मैं तो पिया से नैना लगा आई रे। मैं तो पिया से नैना लगा आई रे। मैं तो पिया से नैना लगा आई रे। सोहनी सुरतिया मोहनी मूरतिया, सोहनी सुरतिया मोहनी मूरतिया। मैं तो हीरे के पीछे समा आई रे। मैं तो हीरे के पीछे समा आई रे। मैं तो हीरे से पीछे समा आई रे। खुसरो निजाम के बल बल जइयो, खुसरो निजाम के बल बल जइयो। मैं तो बिन मोल चेरी कहाँ आई रे। मैं तो बिन मोल चेरी कहाँ आई रे। मैं तो बिन मोल चेरी कहाँ आई रे। मैं तो पिया से नैना लगा आई रे। मैं तो पिया से नैना लगा आई रे। So these types of songs he composed, which has got two meaning. One meaning is Piya se Naina, but that Piya is something different. And that particular theme exists in our Khayal. That's how we say that Khayal is originated by Amir Khusro. The same types of compositions are available in Khayal. So sometimes we misunderstand the meanings of the Khayal. Actually, there are many prayers of the Sufis. Those are taken up as Khayal. I'll show you the examples.
दर्द की सफाई अल्लाह, अल्लाह अल्लाह, ओ अल्लाह, दर्द की सफाई अल्लाह, अल्लाह दर्द की सफाई दर्द की सफाई अल्लाह, दर्द की सफाई अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह सुबह अकबर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, अल्लाह अल्लाह So this is actually a prayer. Dard ki safai Allah. Ki anything, if you have the pain, then Allah can do something for your pain. He can give you the relief. So these types of compositions were then afterwards called as khayal, because this is a devotional music of the Sufis. The Sufis, they used to do the prayer, and in that prayer they used to call Allah, and those all compositions are then taken up as khayal. But then he composed many ragas in that. This was Rag Purvi. So from Purab, that composition or the tune which came to India, that was called as Purvi. And then here we had another type of Rag, Puriya. And then Puriya and Purvi, he mixed these two ragas and he made a very different rag. He wanted that Purab and this India, their fusion should come into existence. So this is an example. I will show you this example. This is called Rag Puriya. Nire ga mani ma ga ma da ga ma ga nire sa ni da ni re ni ma ga sa da ni re ma ga ni re sa. So in this, similar to that, ni re ga ma ni ma da ga ma ga pa ma ga ma ga ma ga re sa. Purvi and Puriya mixed together, and then he said the name of this raga is Sanjgiri. Evening time, twilight,
at the time of twilight, there is the sun also and the darkness. So these two, the feeling of that particular atmosphere is created through this raga. Nirega mani maga magare sa pada pa maga re maga gamada maga magare sa ni da ni re ni maga sa nirega mada gamaga magare sa gamada ni re ni maga pada pa maga re maga magare sa. So this was the starting point from when the fusion started, but afterwards it took a very big shape. At that particular time, some people from India, they were afraid of this fact that our Indian music will totally be, will go off. So some moment was taken up in the northern part. वो एक उनका चित्र है. Yes, this is Vallabhacharya. Vallabhacharya thought that our culture and tradition will be completely vanished if these the intruders, they come and then they put their all culture and tradition on us or something like that. So he started one parampara or tradition in the northern part like Vrindavan and Mathura, and there in our temples there used to be a sort of different type of music.
यशोदानंद श्री गोविंद पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर
So this type of music was going on in our Srinathji's temple, and Srinathji's temple is there. So here, right from the morning till evening, he introduced music, so that he wanted to preserve our Indian tradition, our Indian music and Indian culture. But there, what was decided that every day there should be new music, new rag, and new khana. I mean, what is called as bhog chadhana kehte, bhog, and then new garments. So we have this tradition in 16th century. 16th century. That's why we have many types of, like क्या कहते हैं, हलवा, उसके प्रकार होते हैं ना अलग अलग. How to make, everyday new means you need to do something. So different types of preparation were encouraged at the time. Different types of dresses, fashion designing was, inculcated or given the rise at the time. And then new ragas, and that was a very difficult job, and new compositions. So 8 people were appointed as gurus, and in that gurus were Surdas ji, Kumbhandas ji, Haridas ji, all these types of, and they were called as Ashtachhap Kavi, and they used to compose new poetry every day. So Surdas ji composed 1,25,000 compositions in his lifetime. See, this is at the behest of this Swamiji Acharya Vallabhacharya. But then it created new poetry in India. Similar to that, then music. So in music, the greatest contribution of this Haveli Sangeet are 2 or 3, we can say. One is called Malhar. Malhar Prakar is the contribution of Haveli Sangeet. Then Kanhara. Kanhara means Krishna. So from Kanhara, it is Kannada. We call it Kannada. Kanhara is from that one. And Sarang. Many types of these types of ragas were created at that time. I'll show you one example, and then this has the relevance with what I say Sufi. Then we'll come to that one. So Malhar was Sa Mare Pa Da Sa Da Pa Mare Pa Re Sa. This was our original. This is called as Shuddha Malhar. Sa Mare Pa Da Sa. Actually it was Ni, but then in previous form it is Shat Shrutik Daivat. We have Chatushrutik Daivat, Shat Shrutik Daivat, and Daivat, 3 forms of Daivat. So, Sa Mare Pa. Afterwards, when there was fusion, then this Dha became Ni. Sa Mare Pa Ni Ni Sa. Sa Mare Pa Da Sa. We used to do that. I mean, that time our scale was very different type of scale we used to have. But then after we have the fusion with Persian music, the places of the notes are changed. Dha, Ni, and then Ma and Pa, all those. And even the conceptual level, on conceptual we have changed a lot. We call as Saptaswar. In Indian music, the references are of 7 notes. Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni. And we call it octave. Octave means 8. Actually, we had no 8 types of notes in our Indian music. Saptaswar, Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni. But then Sa we included afterwards. And in Persian music, we had 28 Shrutis, whereas we had 22 Shrutis. So naturally, places of the notes will be slightly different, which were used afterwards in like Kannada, Malhar, and other ragas. And so we think that this is a difference, and then the Carnatic music, which has preserved our original scale. There, the places of the notes are different, and the places of the notes in Hindusthani Sangeet is different because of the fusion with Persian music. I'll show you that. This Malhar Prakar, there are Malhar like Sur Malhar, then Ramdasi Malhar, then Charju ki Malhar, Nanak Malhar, Mira ki Malhar. So many people, all these saints, they created new ragas. As it was mentioned that in Srinathji's temple, every day there should be new raga. So what to do? Then what we do, like, a lady in the house, if she has to feed the child, then every day if you are giving chapati and this, she said, no, I don't like this, give me something new. Then what she will do, she will add something in that, and then she said, this is the new thing. Like that, some sugar or something like that, and some meetha, khatta, whatever it is. Similar to that, all these musicians, they mixed one rag with another one, and then they created different types of. Tum ghana se ghana sham gata kahe anata jaye barase This is called as Mira Ki Malhar. So Mira Ki Malhar is created from Sur Malhar. Surdas ji was his guru, and he taught him, and there was a tradition that gurus, this thing should reflect in his contribution. So in the reform done in this one. Similar to that, Swami Haridas was that time the guru in that Haveli Sangeet. And then from Haridas ji, a famous singer came into existence, and he's called Tansen. So Tansen learned music from Haridas ji, and initially he learned Haveli Sangeet. But then he was appointed as a court singer in Akbar's court, and then there he used to sing support before the audience, where there are all other Muslim people are also there. So it was difficult for him to sing Para Brahma Parameshwara or say something like that. So then he said, why not I create some different type of music which will be liked by all the people, whether they are Hindus, they are Muslim, or whosoever. So then he tried that one, and he learnt Malhar from Swami Haridas, and then he created another Malhar, and that is called as Mia Malhar. Once Akbar asked him, he said, Tansen, you are a very great singer, but do you think that anybody else is better than you? Then he said, yes. There is one person, and he is my guru. He is Swami Haridas. He sings better than me. He said, is it? Then I would like to listen to his music. Then Tansen said, impossible. This is not possible. You cannot listen to it because he has nothing to do with the king, and so he will not sing. If you go there, he will not sing. Then says, if I order him, then say, no, possible, not. Don't do that. This is not possible. But then he said, we will do one thing. I'll come and stand behind. You go and you ask him to sing, and then I will listen. So this is a picture. This actually happened. So this is a picture that he's standing behind and then listening to. And then he asked, Akbar Basha asked him, Tansen, how come your guru sings better than you, or why that sounds good? He gave the answer. He said, देखिए, हमारे गुरु ईश्वर के लिए गाता है और हम आपके लिए गाते हैं. Because that music comes from within. It is an extempore type of presentation. And I have to sing at the behest of you. So naturally, there will be no spontaneity. Even if I am not in a mood, I have to sing. So that will not be naturally a good music. So which comes from within, that is the best music, and that my guru has. So, but then what he taught him, from that he made the composition, is Miyake Mallar. In that, he used the Gandhar in such a way which sounds like Indian Gandhar and Persian Gandhar. So it is in between. And similar to that in Nishad position. He tried that, and that has become popular. So this is also a Karima Naam Tero Tu Sahib Satar, Dukha Dalidra Dur Kare. Similar to that, then Akbar Basha said, why don't you create one rag for me? And so he created one rag for him, because he had some sort of, at present we can say insomnia, but he couldn't get sleep well. For good sleep, he created
na re ga a ma ta ra ra re ru ra na na re na ra re na re re na re 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 na re na re re na तुम साई करे मरहे निंदा दा दिन दा तुम साई करे मरहे तुम साई करे मरहे हकीम पाक परवर दिगार पाक परवर दिगार गर्भे को गर्भ दूर कर डारत एक चिन में दुखियन को मुर्दाता तुम साई करे मरहे तुम साई करे मरहे हकीम पाक परवर दिगार पाक परवर दिगार गर्भे को गर्भ दूर कर डारत एक चिन में दुखियन को मुर्दा आता तुम सा तुम साई करे मरहे तुम साई तुम साई तुम साई तुम साई करीम रहीम पाक परवरदिगार. So these types of compositions were afterwards created, but these are all Sufi devotional songs. Now the main principle of Sufism is the extreme type of love, and that love should come through your behavior. I mean, what we think of the love is a very different, and that is, if you had to form the line between you and Allah, you need to love the people on your way. If you don't love, Allah will not come to you. The basic principle is whatever the beautiful thing in the world, it is the creation of Allah. Say the full moon or stars and the rivers and planets and all these things. This is the philosophy, I mean. That the Sufis, they think that whatever is created and whatever is beautiful on this earth, that is his creation. And so beauty is to be cherished, or beauty is to be understood with love. So love is the main principle of Sufism. You know, those Sufi people, they you would have seen those, they are called as sometimes fakirs. They come with one bowl, and then they peacock, they stick, something like that, and then they pray for others. Allah aapka bhala kare. What we do, we go to the temple and then say, Mera bhala karo. Huh? God bless me. But there Allah aapka bhala kare. And then, that form like this thing, and that creates a mysticism. So mysticism is the main part of Sufism. And that mysticism has come into classical music. So that this type of tan and alap and the love for the notes, that has come into this Indian classical music.
And then when with the love, when you say some notes, that gives a different types of feeling. I'll show you the example. Extreme type of sare ma pa da ma re sa re pa ma re sa da ma pa da sa re ma pa da sa da ma re sa. Otherwise it will sa re ma pa da pa ma re sa re ma pa da sa da pa ma re sa. Formal, like when we meet the people, how are you? Fine. And then we Sarma pa ma ba ma ba ba ma da. Through these notes, I have to pray my peer, my guru. Man den aliya man den aliya man den aliya meher nazar ki man den aliya man den aliya meher nazar ki man den Now see the mysticism. The tan or alap goes in or creates a confused type of or mystic atmosphere. Sa re ma ba da ma ba da da ma 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 na de sa re ma re sa pa ma re sa da ma ma re sa re ma ba da ba ma pa da da ma na de na aliya ma ma man den aliya man den aliya mera nazar ki mera nazar ki man den man den नितः करत आज़ादार नितः करत आज़ादार दान ताज कर नितः करत करत आसदार
करत आस तोरी नित ही करत आस तोरी मेहरबानी कीज मेहरबानी कीज मान देना आलिया मान देना पम पद ध म पद पव म पद म रे ध म सरे ब म रे रे म पद म पद ध ध सरे म रे ध रे ध ध ध रे ध ध ब म रे ध म ध सरे म रे ध रे म म रे ध रे म प प प म रे ध रे म प ध प म प ध स ध ब म रे ध म प म प ध प प म प ध प म प ध ध ध म प ध म रे ध रे ध ब म प ध ब म रे ध म सरे ध म रे प म प ध ध ध ध म रे ध रे ध ब म प ध ध ध ब म प ध ब म म आलिया So this is mystic. मेहर नजर की जय मान दे देना आदिया. So like that. Thank you. Last one I'm going to sing. That is also the contribution of Sangeet Samrat Tansen. He created rag Mia Ki Todi. So Mia Ki Todi is also his contribution, where the story says that he had no child, no issue, and then he went to Salim Chisti's dargah, and then he prayed there. And that time he used to listen to that ajan, that goes on. And those that sound, or the sanctity of that sound, it so touched him that he used those notes in his rag, and then that todi came into existence. नबी अली को नूर भर रहे, नबी अली को नूर भर रहे, जग में हसन हुसैन चैन जे अल्लाह जाने, अल्लाह जाने, अल्लाह जाने। नबी अली को नूर भर रहे, नबी अली को नूर भर रहे, जग में हसन हुसैन चैन जे अल्लाह जाने, अल्लाह जाने। जाने अल्लाह जाने, अल्लाह जाने, अल्लाह जाने। आजा जाने जाने, अल्लाह जाने। आजा आने अल्लाह जाने, जरा के पर जांद नबी के, जोरा के फरज़ांद जोरा फरज़ांद, जोरा के फरज़ांद नबी के, जिगर गौस अली कासम होवे, केसर के दो जाम हम पिए, जग में हसन हुसैन चैन जे अल्लाह जाने, अल्लाह जाने। Now see that Ajan. जोरा के फरज़ांद नबी के, के फरज़ांद नबी के, जिगर गौस अली कासम होवे, केसर के दो जाम हम पिए जग में हसन हुसैन चैन जे अल्लाह जाने. Now the system of improvisation, देखिए the impact. जा दिन da din da अल्लाह जाने. अल्लाह जाने, अल्लाह जाने. अल्लाह जाने, अल्लाह के पर जंदन बिके जोरा के पर जोरा के पर जोरा के पर नबी के जिगर गोसली कासम होवे केसर के दो जाम हम पिए जग में हसन हुसैन चैन जिए अल्लाह जाने, अल्लाह जाने, अल्लाह जाने, अल्लाह जाने, अल्लाह जाने, अल्लाह जाने. So, yes, thank you. So I end this program here. So there is a lot of contribution like this Tan and then Maqam system from which we have the thought system and all other things which has come into existence. It is because of the impact of Sufi music. Because we had never had the Tan patterns of this type in our Indian Haveli Sangeet or Prabandha Gayan or whatever it is. But then we took this form of Tan from there, and then the notes, and then Maqam system, and many more different types of ragas like Hussaini Kannada and then Gunji Kannada. And there are many more ragas like Sajgiri, Bhankhar, Jilaf, and Nat Bhairav. These types of ragas are the contribution of Sufi tunes to Indian classical music. So thank you very much. Yes, please. Yes. Drupad, I sang one this thing. Huh? Yes, yes, you. Please. I sang one Drupad because this was not the intention. Huh? Huh? Drupad and Damar,
is the contribution of Haveli Sangeet to Indian music. See, we had previously Sam Gayan, then Jati Gayan, then Prabandha Gayan, and then Drupad Gayan. And after Drupad Gayan, our system, Indian music system changed. Till Prabandha Gayan, we have the same type of system of presentation or the notes in Indian music, where the music was same in the northern part and the southern part. Carnatic music was not different, it was same. But then after the influence of the Sufism, Sufi music, then we had northern music to be presented in a different way, and southern part remained as Prabandha Gayan. Still there are Prabandhas which are sung in Carnatic music, and the notes and all these things are still different. So this is how the difference took place. Yes, please.
I'm very curious about where does Yaman Kalyan come in? Because you have Hindu as Indian
Yes,
origin,
yes.
Rag, and then you have Khusro's Persian influence.
You missed that part.
Yaman. Huh?
You missed that part. You talked about that.
Yes, I said, we had the same type of scale. You know, the scale rag and the rag with some personality. The personality, giving the personality is a contribution. I mean, what Amir Khusro said, that I cannot recognize that this is Deshkar. This Deshkar was not there, but I gave the example that Bhupali and Deshkar, they have the same scale, but they are still different because of the personality, which we call as Mukhya Ang or Pakad. This particular Pakad, what I said, is a Dastagaha from Dastagaha. To create the mood, he said you had to mix up something, and then, so that means Sa Gare Sada Sa Re Ga. This has some mood, that's what he said. And then if you attach that to particular scale and then create a mood, that gives the shape of that rag. This is what the concept, on concept level he gave it to this thing.
Is that personality that comes in?
Yes, Yaman Kalyan. Yaman Kalyan, previously we used to have the same this thing, because the place of Ma was not that much fixed identified. So it used to be in between that one. When they were distinctly sung, then we had Shuddha Madhyam and Tivra Madhyam. And then we had Yaman Kalyan, like that. Yes, please. Hussaini Kannada, yes. Yes, you want the chalan? Any more you want to ask somebody? Hussaini is a word used for Shuddha Daivat in Arabic scale. So Shuddha Daivat, like Nawa, and then there are different names of those. So where we use the Shuddha Daivat in Kannada, then it is called as Hussaini Kannada. To ayore Nabi ke darbar sir chhatra daro So this particular phrase, ma pada ni sa ni sa. This phrase, as I said, in the Kannada, if you mix different phrases, then those become the different ragas. Rag means to create mood. Ranjayate iti ragaha. So that creation of mood is done by adding certain types of musical phrases, and then that gives a different shape, and that was called as rag. So in this ma pa da ni sa Shuddha Daivat in Kannada, tu
आयो रे नबी के दरबार सिर छत्र दरोर ओलिया तू आयो रे आयो रे. So this is called as Hussaini Kannada. There are many Raisa Kannada, Naiki Kannada, Shahana Kannada, Gunji Kannada. Different forms were made in Haveli Sangeet. But then afterwards, all mixed up together. Then Sadaranga, Daranga also made many more ragas. In the recent also, people are making ragas from Kannada. Any more? Yes, please.
Just out of curiosity, that competition between Amir Khusro and
Yes.
what was that raga that was?
Huh?
What was the raga?
It is mentioned in the book that he sang Kadamba Raga, which had 32 different types of combination of ragas. Raga Kadamba he sang, actually. What I sang was a Devgiri Bilawal. So Devgiri Bilawal is his own creation of Gopal Nayak. But in the book it is mentioned that he sang Raga Kadamba, which was his speciality. And then that was this thing. And from Devgiri Bilawal, Amir Khusro made another raga. That also I will give the example so that you will come. Mandiyar miya tu madi galma anle mandiyar miya. So he said, he asked Gopal Nayak, which is this rag? He said, I am not able to recognize this. Then he said, this is Bilawal. He said, no, this cannot be Bilawal. Bilawal has no Indian origin. Bilawal is not the name in Indian music. Bilawal means full moon, as you know well. That Benazir's son's name is Bilawal. So, though we call it the original or main scale of Indian music, the original name can be something different. Bilawal is the name given in 1813 perhaps by Muhammad Raza. Muhammad Raza was a musicologist. He gave this name Bilawal to Shuddha scale or pure scale, what we call. We had no pure scale like sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. This was not our pure scale. Our scale was sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. This was our original scale, to which we right now call as Rag Kafi. But then Rag Kafi is not our Rag, it is a Persian Rag. Kafi is a name which is not the Indian name. So Rag Kafi, which is similar to Rag Jankula also, these ragas came into our Indian music and it has enriched our music. Not that it has no adverse effect on Indian music, but it has enriched because we got more type of shruti, what we call microtones, which we never used previously in singing. I mean, but now people use those microtones because of the mixture of these two scales. And what you said is the Rag Kadamba he sang. It is mentioned in some written by a book by Abul Fazl, something like that. I don't remember right now the name, but I can give you the name. There it is mentioned that this competition went on for 6 days or something like that. Maybe this can be story, I don't know. But it is written, and so we come to some conclusion. When we think of all these ragas and then our original scale and now this different scale and then 8 notes in the octave.
So we come to some conclusion that Amir Khusro has given this one, and then many more people like Tansen and Sadarang Adaranga. There are many more, Hussein Sharki, like that. Those many people. These compositions also, they have got different meaning. We have some 5 minutes time. I'll show what is the exact meaning. Re 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 na re na re re na re re na re na abaranga gotiraki gole यामाई सजना मिलाव रात भैलवा अबरंग घुलिया माई सजन मिलाव रात भैलवा. So this particular composition is in Rag Jaunpuri, and Rag Jaunpuri is sung in the morning. Then I asked my Guruji that this is a morning melody and we sing Abaranga Guliya Mai Sajana Milao Raat Bhailava. So Raat Bhailava and we are singing in the morning. How come it is? Why this composition is like this? Then he said, you sing Antara and then you will come to know the meaning. Abaranga Guliya Mai Sajana Amilavara Bayelawa Payela पाइला पीर निजामुद्दीन औलिया जन्म जन्म के दुख दूर करे. So the meaning of this composition is, this is the evening or night time of my life. Abaranga guliya mai. All the time I mix up with all the worldly matter and wealth and not and all everything. But now this is the evening time of my life. At least at this time I should meet the Sajan, and Sajan means not lover. Sajan is that. Because there is a very different relation of Allah and the man or the devotee. Devotee and Allah has the relation of good lovers. There are very rare good lovers, but then if at all there, then that should be Allah and his devotee. So, Abaranga Guliya Mai Sajana Milao Raat Bhailava. This is a evening of my life. At least at this point I should meet. Then he says, Paila Pir, if you meet Nijamuddin Auliya, Paila Pir Nijamuddin Auliya, Janama Janama ke dukha dur kare. You need not come to this life again and again. Yes, you meet. Because there is a philosophy that unless you meet, you have the Pir or Guru, you cannot reach Allah. That middle step is there. You know, in offices we have one like that. You cannot meet the boss directly. Similar to that, that P is there, you meet him and then he will take you to that ecstasy, like that, something like that. So these are the compositions when we say Pail ki Janakar or say Yeri Ali Pia Bina. That Pia is very different. Many people in India or in Maharashtra, they ask me how to teach all these compositions to our small children. Because they all the time think that Pia and Sanya and all these things. But they have a different meaning. You know, when Nijamuddin Auliya died, that time Amir Khusro composed one couplet, and which is sung there every day.
His body was kept there, and then when Amir Khusro saw it, and then he saw it in a different way. He said, "Gori soye sej par, gori soye sej par, mukh par dare kes. Chal Khusro ghar apne rain bhai chahudes." Do you know that black type of cloth is put with some jali on that body? It is kept. So he looked it as like Gori soye sej par. So Gori is his guru. Gori soye sej par, mukh par dare kes. Chal Khusro ghar apne rain bhai chahudes. So all these compositions have got very different meaning, and it is a devotional meaning. And this, we as the singers, we fail to understand the meaning, and so we sing it with a lustful manner or something like that, and no devotional this thing comes into that one. And then people also say, something like that. But it's not like that. It's completely devotional music, which is called as khayal. Any more? No. Thank you.